It's the MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is power. And if this is your first time watching the MOPOWERZ, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a terrific way to jumpstart your conversation. And today's conversation just happens to be a very sad one. But before we get to today's conversation, I want to ask you parents out there a question. How many of you all are having a horrific time raising your children or asking them something to do? The reason that I ask you that before I get off into this conversation, because this conversation is about killer teenagers who cut off their parents' TV for asking a question. Prime example, first one on the list is Raymond Ronald Lee Childs III from the state of Indiana, 17 years old, cut off his father's TV because his father called him on the cell phone and told him, you need to get home because you're breaking curfew and you're not supposed to be over at your girlfriend's house on that punani. So come on home. So what did Raymond do? Raymond went straight home, confronted his dad with a piece and cut his TV off. And not only did he cut his dad's TV off, he cut his mama's TV off, he cut his sister's TV off, he cut his brother's girlfriend TV off, and he killed the baby that was inside of her stomach. He cut all their TVs off. And had it not been for his other brother, Xavier, who was in the bathroom getting some water, he almost got clapped too. In fact, he got shot in the arm and the leg. His brother, Raymond, attempted to shoot him in the head, but somehow missed. And then, after all of this went down, what did Raymond do? Raymond went right back to the punani house. I keep telling you, punani will get you killed. And in this case, it got his dad killed because he asked Raymond to get off the punani in which he was in because he wasn't supposed to be there. So when he gets to his girlfriend's house, right, his girlfriend tells him, hey, there's some disturbing shootings on social media about what's going on, where you staying at. I think you need to get back home. He like, no, that ain't got nothing to do with my family. I don't know what you're talking about. His girlfriend kept pressing the issue. He kept getting real hot. So his girlfriend called some more family members and sure enough, told the man to go home. But guess what? The police was already there. And what did they do? They found the itchy on him. But not only did they find the itchy on him, they found the itchy inside of his girlfriend's car. And if you all are not familiar with what an itchy is a gun. And they found two guns. And the gun that they found on Raymond was ballistically tested to be the murder weapon. What's going on with the children of today killing their parents? This time, just asking the child to bring their ass home because they wasn't supposed to be outside in the first place. What has the fabric of society done to the children of today? Next up on the list, we have a teenager from the state of Florida by the name of Greg Ramos. And what did Greg Ramos do? He strangled his mother to death because she inquired about an almost failing grade that he got in a class. At this time, Greg Ramos was 15. And he strangled his mother over a grade that she was concerned about. And according to the Orlando Sentinel, he said that it took him 30 minutes to strangle his mother. And if you have seen any of the photos, you can see that they had a somewhat tight relationship. And they even had martial art classes together, had karate gis on, everything like they be at the dojo, you know. And what did he do? He strangled her to death and cut off her TV. But not only did he do that, guess what Greg Ramos did? Greg Ramos called two of his homies to come help him relocate the body of his dead mother, whom he just strangled. And they buried her by a church. And then called the police when he got back home and told the police that it was a robbery and that his mother was missing because the van was still in the driveway running. Now, age 17, He got sentenced to 45 years, up for parole in 25. What do you think about that? I mean, it is absolutely sad that parents have to wonder if they're going to live or die because they ask their child a question. A child that they brought into this world, a child that they take care of, clothe, feed, shelter, provide guidance. And what does the shorty do? Disconnect them with no problem. With no problem. And wait for the police. I'm just saying. What is the mindset of the children of today? What is the mindset of the child that will kill their parents because the parents asked them a question? I did a video on this channel as well about the Harlem young man who killed his mother because she asked him to go get a job. This is outrageous. Next up on the list, we got Colin Jeffrey Haney from the state of Utah. And what did he do? What did Colin do? Colin skipped school. He ditched school that day, 16 years old. Waited for his mother to come inside, cut her TV off, cut his sister's TV off, cut his brother's TV off, almost cut his father's TV off. I'm just saying. He killed 4 family members. Unlike the first guy, Raymond, this guy kills 4 at the age of 16. What has society done? In fact, let's look at a couple of reasons of what could be. Could it be pain and poverty? Could it be social engineering? Could it be TV programming? Could it be video games? Could it be the demonic music that the entertainment industry is putting out there in the minds of the young children of today? Because it's quite obvious that they don't want education. Not that old-fashioned education. No, they don't want that. They want something else. It is a demonic entity roaming around on this planet. And it is affecting the minds of the young people. Now, I know many of you out there are Christians, Muslims, Jews, you Hebrews, and you study Judaism, whatever. But in whatever scripture or theology that you're in, it speaks about the last days. Just think about it. Back in the day, if you really want to look how it has advanced, before you had children just missing. You had occults taking children. You had crazy people just taking children, raping them, killing them. Then the gangs come along and you have the teenagers killing teenagers. And now, at an alarming rate, you have the teenagers killing their parents. Where does it stop? Is this really the fall of America? Is this really the end of the days in our times? What do you think? What do you think is the reason for the destruction and fabric of society that has left our teenagers in a situation or in a predicament or in a mindset that they will want to kill their parents without blinking an eye, over punani, over asking me what my grade is, over I need you to go get a job, over there's no motive. Up on the list next is another young man, 14 years old, from the state of Alabama. Killed all of his siblings and his mama. Yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shot them to death. Not tried, did. And all of the shots that were fatal were in the neck and in the shoulder. All top shots. All top shots. Crazy. Now let's look at this, because we cannot blame economics on this, because some of these children live in upscale neighborhoods and their parents have money. What's the cause of that? We can understand those who live in poverty, but what about those who don't live in poverty, who don't have a motive? Are they like psychologically impaired? Are they MK Ultra used? Were they injected with the chip at birth? There's a lot of reasons why that we could possibly think of, but we won't know until they tell their story. And you know what? Some of them are just playing the nut roll. They're not saying anything. In fact, I think it's pretty smart, despite the fact that they killed their parents. Sad that that happened, but smart that they won't tell, because they don't trust nobody. And for whatever reason that they did it, it's obvious that it was personal. And if it wasn't personal, like I said, was they MK Ultra altered? You know, was it vaccinations? Is it the food that we eat? Is it the water that we drink? Is it the TV? Is it social engineering? Is it the music? One thing is for sure. We show them enough violence on television with the TV programming. We show them enough violence with video games. We show them that. Not to mention the fact that all day, every day, on certain radios across America, it is continuously playing death music. Music of death. I mean, you even have music artists out here who call themselves demons. And they're conjuring up demons. And they're telling you, those who listen to them, to go and handle demon work. A crash course in demonology. Sad but real. Sad but real. When you see the children killing their parents, you know that the end is near. Whatever theology or school of thought that you come from, the end is near for this cycle of humanity, because there will be another cycle. It's just the end of our cycle. You think about that. It's your brother, the MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is power, and remember, it is your third eye that makes you shine like jewelry.